Managing multiple events in Google Calendar can be tedious if you have to add the events manually. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how you can do this with the help of ChatGPT. So for instance, if you're a student on this channel or if you're a professional on this channel, you may have a number of activities to honor within the week. I'm going to use a typical example of how a week looks like for a student, and you can transfer this knowledge if you are a working professional into some of the activities that you need to do within your week. So I'll divide this video segment into three sections. The first section is going to look at how a CSV file for importation into Google Calendar looks like. And then the second aspect is going to be how we will prompt ChatGPT to generate a CSV file for such a purpose. And finally, we'll look at how we can import this into our Google Calendar, which is normally synced to our mobile devices. And with the help of this, we will be able to receive notifications of the various activities that we need to pay attention to within the course of our week. So let's start this by first of all looking at what the CSV file for importation into our Google Calendar typically looks like. So a typical CSV file for Google Calendar looks like this. It's supposed to have a subject, supposed to have a start date, it should have a start time, it should have an end time, and you should have a session for whether it's an all-day event or not, which will normally have the values of true or false. And then a description for the event, which will show up in the description section of your Google Calendar, and the location of the event. If it's an online meeting, if it's a Zoom meeting, if it's a Google Meet, you could put the link directly here as well. And this can be directly imported into the Google Calendar. Now, what we're going to do in the second part of this tutorial is to generate a sample file like this with the help of ChatGPT, and then we import that into our Google Calendar, which will make it easier for multiple events. Okay, so now let's go into ChatGPT and let's see how we will prompt ChatGPT for such an activity. Here we are with the prompts. If you join my previous tutorial on ChatGPT, there's a simple framework that I illustrated. Your ChatGPT prompt should always have a role. You give it a role. You ask ChatGPT to assume a role, and then also you give it a task or a command, and you give it an expectation, the output. So over here, the role is a personal assistant. I want it to act as my personal assistant, and then the command is going to help organize my schedule. The command also is going to create a CSV file. The CSV is an output, the file format we want, and then the purpose and all that has been stated. So a simple prompt, I've given the details. This is my timetable. Monday, the venue, the time, and then the course. In this format, it's not well structured, okay, because I believe we don't really have the time to even sit to put together the structure. So just give it this raw content, and ChatGPT will help fine tune it and give you a CSV file in the format that I demonstrated earlier in this video. So let's see the output. Running this prompt, and then it's analyzing for a couple of seconds. Great. So my, my weekly schedule has been formatted from Google Calendar and saved as a CSV file. You can download it here. So I'm downloading this and I'll import it right into my calendar. So on the Google Calendar, we're going to import this into Google Calendar. So we'll go to other calendars on the left tax pane, or you could also go to settings anyway and click on add, and there is the import session here. Another alternative is to go to the settings and then you can import and also export calendars. So let's use the lift text pane, which is quite easier. And then we import the particular file. We search for it on the computer and then we can download it from the first uh, SSB shown here. Okay, so that's imported, and then we're back to our calendar and we can import this. It's imported 23 out of 23 events. So when I go back to my calendar, you see that all here on Monday, food microbiology, food engineering. So all of that has been put on my calendar seamlessly. I don't have to put them in here manually. Alright. And by default, the notifications are set to 30 minutes. And once this Google account is synced to your mobile device, every 30 minutes before the event, you're going to receive a pop notification on your phone. And this is going to make life quite easier for you. You don't have to miss events because you forgot about them. So I'll see you in my next video as we try to look at this, how it works in other platforms like Microsoft Teams. In the meantime, if you found some value here, you can consider subscribing to my channel. Bye for now and see you in my next video.